Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. Or otherwise you can look me up on my socials like X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, Truth Social, Blue Sky, Getter. But especially if you look me up on YouTube, you'll be able to see my created playlists and that I create just for your pleasure and for the views. Let me know what you think of the created playlists because it takes quite a bit of time for me to share them, but I enjoy doing it because I like to give my viewers a good experience on my site. So give it a look and like and subscribe there. This one here is about the Gaza genocide lie. Global Alliance launches initiative to counter modern blood libel against the Jewish state. Initiative fights orchestrated genocide lie promoted by anti-Zionists and anti-Semitic networks around the world. An alliance of 55 organisations this week launched an initiative to counter the Gaza genocide lie, the claim that Israel is conducting a genocide against the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The alliance described this claim as the generated and orchestrated genocide lie promoted by anti-Zionists and anti-Semitic networks in the United States, Europe and around the world. The Gaza Geno lie is the most dangerous example of a decades-long deliberate and systematic hijacking, redefinition, inversion and weaponization of the facts and law, said the International Legal Forum, one of the organisations that joined the initiative. Leor Rez, Executive Director of Stop Anti-Semitism, added, "We watched this lie spread from social media into classrooms, city councils and even Congress, and it has emboldened people to harass and threaten Jews in broad daylight. The Gaza Genocide campaign exposed this libel for what it is, a coordinated disinformation effort, not a legitimate critique. Anti-Semites don't get to hide behind a hashtag." On its website, gazagenocide.com, the initiative highlights 8 puzzle pieces used to build and support the false claim. In 8 short essays, the website lays out how the facts all lead to one conclusion: the Gaza genocide is one of the biggest lies of the 21st century. It was generated and promoted by anti-Zionist and anti-Semitic networks following the October 7th massacre to prevent Israel from saving its hostages, delegitimize the state and fuel global anti-Semitism. Genocide claims preceded the Israeli response to October 7th. It begins by highlighting that the genocide claim started long before the Israeli military even entered the Gaza Strip in response to the October 7th invasion and massacre. By the next day, the word genocide was already being widely used on social media and in the streets through Israel, though Israel's ground operation had not yet started. Put simply, the Geno lie arrived before any meaningful Israeli response began. The website notes listing the examples at Times Square rally that celebrated Hamas's attack while it was still underway, and an October 13th post by current New York City Mayor Zoran Mandalmy, who wrote, "We are on the brink of a genocide of the Palestinians in Gaza right now." Misuse of the term genocide. Propaganda of the genocide claim was forced to significantly change the original meaning of the term in order to wield it against Israel. The initiative noted by now it is even being used by activists to describe the military operations in southern Lebanon against Hezbollah. Despite its use by the genocide lie promoters, genocide is not a synonym for mass killing or for a war with heavy civilian losses. It is a specific crime with a specific legal definition, and the gap between its popular use and what it requires in a courtroom is massive. The initiative added that the most crucial element of the term definition of the 1946 Genocide Convention is the word intent. As Israel went to extraordinary lengths to minimize civilian casualties, including by sending out numerous warnings before each strike and following strict rules of engagement, even when doing so put its own civilians and soldiers at risk. The conclusion is that none of these actions are consistent with genocidal intent. Israel said it fights Hamas, not Palestinians. The next piece of the puzzle highlights the clear statement of intent by Israeli leaders, particularly Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, that the Israeli war is targeting Hamas, not the civilian population, despite many claims to the contrary, often citing reckless, out of context remarks by junior ministers. The officially stated war aims mark the return of the hostages and the destruction of Hamas as the main goals. They referred to an armed terror organisation, its fighters, weapons, and a campaign designed to decimate a population does not define victory as the return of its hostages and the fall of a regime which persecutes its own people, in addition to Israel's. Alongside more well-known arguments regarding the exceptionally low civilian to combat ratio of casualties, the initiative also highlighted that Israel agreed to coordinate pauses in its military operations so that the World Health Organization and the United Nations as agencies could facilitate a mass vaccination drive when polio broke out in the enclave in the summer of 2024. A state seeking to destroy a people does not suspend its own defensive combat operations to vaccinate the people's children. The genocide claim targets all Jews, not just Israel. The accusation of genocide against Israel is significantly different from similar claims brought against other countries, as it targets not only the Jewish state but Jews worldwide who have experienced a historic wave of hatred and violence over the past 3 years. The permanent and reflective nature of the charge of genocide against Israel diverges from a mere description of events and has become simply a new anti-Zionist global blood libel to attack and target Jews worldwide. The initiative noted, part of the genocide narrative holds that Jews worldwide are complicit as Zionist enablers, manipulators of Western governments, or as community leaders said, to weaponize accusations of anti-Semitism to silence critics. Previous cases of genocide claims did not turn Hutus in Belgium or the Serbs in the United States into suspects, but a Jew in Paris or Sydney who has never been to Israel is indicted because he is Jewish. That is racism. That is the racist mechanism of the new blood libel, by which a claim about a government's policy becomes an indictment of a people. Come back for part 2 of this post in the next video. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.